Hello to everybody that's saying hi and hello to us. We are happy you're here and we are excited about season like some of you are saying. Uh, we are gonna talk about how this season is gonna run. Of course, like everything in life right now is gonna be different, but we are gonna have a season and we are gonna give the girls the opportunity to play and to get better, and that's our whole point and you know our goal in this club, as you're gonna hear in the meeting. All right.
All right, so like Fernanda said, hello to everyone. First off, my name is Melissa Rubel. I am the club director here for Evansville United, uh, current assistant coach for Evansville, and former D1 player at North Carolina Central University. And I'll let Fernanda say a little bit more about himself.
All right, I'm Fernando Morales. I'm the technical director here at Evansville United. This is gonna be my third season as a technical director, fourth season in the club. I'm the head coach at the University of Evansville. This is gonna be my second season. Uh, I'm a coach at the Puerto Rico national team currently. I was a professional volleyball player for 18 years, 12 of them overseas, and I played in the Puerto Rico national team for 10 years. So I've been volleyball for a long time now, and I plan to keep doing volleyball for as long as I can. Other than us, of course, we're gonna mention the coach later, but we have a board of parents that are very helpful, and we are very grateful that we can have them. And one thing that they do is give us the parent side of things when we plan, and sometimes we don't. We try to consider that, but we're not parents, so they are there to help us in that regard, and we want to thank them. They Most of them are online hearing, uh, watching this. So for those of you who don't know how this works, we have that help from other people and parents that can help us through this process. So the club was established by Manolo Concepcion. He was a technical director and head coach at the University of Evansville. He saw the need for a club that the main goal was to develop player, and in the future goal was to help players get to recruiting opportunities for universities, and that's what we have done the last couple of years. We The club has grown like every year. It started with one team, and then it grew to 4, 7, 10, and now last year we were at 13 teams, and we are looking forward to keep growing and keep giving these girls and hopefully boys in the future opportunities to develop their skills and get those recruiting opportunities. One thing you can see in the slide is we have had two classes to 18 and under team, and all of them have signed in every level of college volleyball. So that's something we're very proud of. All right, so our club mission is player development over winning, and that's something we cannot say enough. Don't get us wrong. When we go to the tournaments, we want to win, but we want to do it the right way. Uh, and like it says there, players that come to club, they don't come as the end of their career. They come here to get better for either high school volleyball, get recruited for college, or both. And most of them are for both. And one thing that you can be sure, if you or your daughter comes here, she's gonna be better by the end of the season, and we're very proud to say that. And people that were here before can assure that for us. All right, so we're getting into this season, and again, it's gonna be different. We're gonna start with the non-recruitable ages. Those in that age group, it shouldn't be that different because tournaments will be running pretty similar, and we can run practices and book tournaments pretty similar. What is gonna change is more in the recruitable ages. There's a couple of factors. NCAA volleyball is going to run from January till April, so there won't be a lot of recruiting, or they won't be recruiting at all during that period of time. Some states are running their high school season in that same period, so the tournaments will not be. They won't have as many teams, or as good teams. Illinois, that affect us directly, is going to run their high school season in the spring semester as well. So that's something we have considered making our plan for tournaments, and how we're gonna run this. Uh, so that's the issue that's gonna be most affected from 15 to 18s, and then we can. And this is something that this year for sure, but we think it's gonna be at least for next couple of years, because of COVID affecting a lot of budgets of university. We think recruiting is gonna go more towards videos and contacts with uh, coaches, because they're not gonna have the budget to go to a lot of tournaments. So making that contact, sending out that video to uh, talking to them, so those couple of tournaments that they are there, they can go watch you or watch your kid to that specific court. So there's some things, and we're gonna be more specific. We do have meetings with a specific issue in tryouts, and we're gonna be more specific of how we're gonna handle that during tryouts. We just wanted to talk about how it's gonna be different overall this here. So I think our best asset is our coaching staff. We have a lot of coaches that have experience in every single level. We have a couple of new coaches. Haley Nost, she's an assistant coach at Princeton High School. Jesus Echevarria, he's the new GA at University of Evansville. He has experience with the national team Puerto Rico, both men's and women, and the professional leagues down in Puerto Rico. And a big hire we made this week is Daniel Watson. He's one of the most successful coaches in the last couple of years here in the Evansville area for high school. He's the coach for Castle High School, and we're very excited, very happy to have him on our staff and learn from him. And of course, we have Tony Quiles. He's been here since the beginning. He has over 4 years experience in every single level. Michelle Noguera, she's a high school coach here, played in the national team. Sabrina Yamashita, she's an alumni from our club. She played in our club for 4 years, and now she's getting into coaching. She worked with us last year, and we really liked how she worked with the girls. We have Alejandra Aviles. She's played D1 college, and now she's a assistant coach for Kentucky Wesleyan Division Two. And Brian Bastuba, he's the assistant coach for USI. And one of the things that we offer, that we have college coaches in our club, and not a lot of clubs have those college coaches. One of our biggest assets. Can be tricky this year because we're gonna be in season, but we're gonna make it work. And I think we have the perfect plan to make everything work and give everyone the chance to be recruited and get better. So this year we added my recruiting assistant as our company that will help us with recruiting. We 2 years ago we started with another big company, and it helped us a lot. But we saw the need of having a more personal recruiting company. Uh, this is run by two ex college coaches, and they have the contact for basically every college coach in the nation, every level. They are very personal. They will guide the player and their parents through all the recruiting process. They will recommend, like, they know which school needs which position for each year, and so it's easier. Like, a lot of the challenges we had last year was our girls not knowing who to write or what schools they should aim for. My recruiting assistant gives that that experience, and that they can tell you no, you should go from here to here, and this school is good for you, but they don't need certain positions, so they will make the recruiting process less stressful. I know how stressful it is, and easier and smoother for both players and parents. So these are our alumni, the 12 players that we were talking about that played on 18s, and they're all playing college right now. We're very proud of that. And one thing that we mentioned that our club is developing over winning. We have trophies in our office, and they're all covered with dust, and nobody remembers which tournament we won. But everybody remembers that Jessie Nunji is in Florida State, she's from United, or Tatum Tornada is in SIU and she's from United, or whoever. That's what they remember when they see him play in college. And I think they are role models for the girls that are coming up. They don't really remember, okay, we won this tournament. They remember how good they are, and they got an opportunity to play college, and to get their education out of volleyball. So this is something we're really excited about. We started this last year. We made partners with a couple of clubs, and we are expanding it to this year, and other clubs are joining. We have Sport Performance, that's probably the best club in the last 20 years in the nation, always fighting for national championship, winning a lot of them. Alabama Performance has won a couple of national championships as well. And what we do with them is we do training events and have them practice with players from those clubs and then compete in the same weekend. I think it's a great way for developing and having that competition. Uh, this year, because everything is changing, we're doing a couple of those events that we're inviting college coaches, and us as college coaches, we can tell you, like, we can see more in a practice than a game, and these events will offer both, like, repetition practice and then game time situations. So I think we think this can be the future of recruiting for the next couple of years at least, and maybe even more than that. And our plan is to invite other big clubs to attract more college coaches. So we think we can create really big opportunities for our girls to be recruited in this type of events. So tournaments, this is what we offer for each age group. It's pretty self-explanatory. And again, like we said, when we have the tryouts, we're gonna talk to parents from each age group individually, and we will have already the tournaments that we're going to and where they are. Again, right now we're just going over everything so we can make it smoother during tryouts. But this is the amount of tournaments we go. And then for the 15 to 17s and 18s, we also offer those uh, play dates or events with the partners. So that will be 3 or 4 more weekends that we will have competition and training and recruiting opportunities. So these are the dates for tryouts. There are new rules from both USA Volleyball and JVA or AAU. They made it more by class than birth date, if that makes sense. And we're very true believers that each girl should play their age group, because each age group has a different developing uh, plan, and we think all of them should go through all the plan to get better. Like we said, developing is our number one priority right now, and it always is. So we truly believe that every girl should play their age group. Again, thank you for being here. We're gonna go through questions. Melissa is gonna start going through the questions we already have, and the ones we can get now, and we can answer all of them for you. And again, we can go. We're gonna go more specific, and if you have any specific question for age group or uh, financial, we can talk about that in the tryouts. Marisa, you're mute.
There has been a few questions about tryouts. We will announce those this weekend. Just like Fernand mentioned, we really encourage everyone to follow the chart that we just showed. We can definitely put that out there for everyone for whenever the tryouts dates are out, specifically when to come in. And we do want, we will base it on that USAV chart that has been provided.
Another thing, we are finishing an agreement with the practice facility that has multiple courts, and hopefully we can do it by tomorrow or this weekend, and we will announce where we'll be practicing this week, because of obviously the situation with our all facility UE that all the spring sports will play at the same time. So we want to offer a facility that we can run all of or most of our practices to be more consistent where we practice. Again, it's a facility that has multiple courts and it's very accessible for everybody.
I will go ahead and, ask for about or drop out 5 minutes for everyone who's out there and we have not answered any questions. Please drop them in the comments and we'll do our best to answer them. Like we mentioned, anything financial and anything specific related to tournaments, we will address those on the meetings that we host as well during tryouts.
So there's a question here about the length of the season. It depends on the age group. Are you asking for a specific age group? About teams per age group, we do as many as we can. Of course, depending on the coaching staff and the facilities we will have. But last year we had some issue with 3 teams. We had some issue with 2 teams. So our goal is to give opportunity to everybody that wants to have this opportunity. And again, in trials, we will address with each age group that. But again, we want to give everybody an opportunity. So for 18s, it's a question for the length. Normally we started tournaments in February. This year we're gonna start them before January, and we will have a play day before New Year's, and then because of NCAA season and high school season in other states, we're gonna not stop practicing but not go to tournaments for that period, not the whole period, but for some period. And then our plan is to go with 18s until Memorial Weekend, because we think this year colleges are not gonna have their players go early in the summer. But 18s is an issue that we always are very flexible with, because we know some kids have to go to college early, and then they have graduation and proms and everything, and they have earned those rights. So that issue we are more flexible with. Melissa, you see the U14, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of just like Fernand mentioned, a lot of it's going to happen to many. You might repeat your age again. So like I said, let's go by that chart and make sure that we follow it, because it will happen. There's going to be a lot of players that might be repeating the same age group. So
about the max players per team, yeah, that we like to have it at 10, because all girls have more playing time at the tournaments. And like we said, we are developing over winning, but we think of obviously competing is a part of development, and we have to give everyone a chance in tournaments. We did have an issue that we made an exception last year, and we had 11, and we can go through that. But that's our number 10. And again, we as soon as we have the agreement with the facilities we're gonna use, hopefully in the next couple of days we will announce tryout dates. We're gonna post it in our social media, send emails to all the parents that are registered in our that played before and are registered with us, and we hopefully will see you all there. So under 14 is not a recruitable age still. So for that age group, you can start making contacts, but coaches cannot make contact with the players until June 15th from sophomore to junior year. Yeah, we will, and my recruiting assistant has an educational piece for under recruitable ages to for the steps to take, but under 14 is still not a recruitable age group. So we practice, each team practices 3 times a week. The younger 10s and 11s practice 2 times per week, uh, because we believe at that age group they should play other sports, and even we're flexible with people playing other sports and the other age group, especially in the beginning of the season, because we know there's basketball season and other sports. But yeah, 12, 10 and 11 twice a week, and then 12 and all the way to 18s we practice 3 times a week. So the Champion Series events are for recruitable age group. Will start at 15s through 18s. In tryouts, we will announce when practice will start. Of course, we still have to close the agreement this week with the practice facility, but that will be in tryouts. We will say the plan for practice and when we'll start and when we'll finish. So about travel, depending on the issue, we put the slide with the tournaments we play per year. We our tournaments are pretty local: St. Louis, Louisville, maybe Chicago, and then we have the nationals from 14th and over that we go to AAU nationals in Orlando. That's the last tournament that we close. But for 13th, 14th are 5 tournaments. Melissa, am I right?
Say that again.
How many tournaments per age group again? We showed the slide, but they're
Yeah,
asking.
10 to 13s, they go to 4 tournaments, 14s, 5, and then 15s to 18s, 4 tournaments. And those recruitable ages will also be part of the Champions Series event.
And yeah, the Champion Series, it's included in the base fee. There's no extra fee for that. I think it's a really great opportunity we got as a club to join with these big clubs, and like we said, we think that could be a big part of recruiting for the next couple of years. Tryouts again, we will announce them hopefully by the end of this week, but we're looking onto very soon, maybe next, not this weekend, but the one after that. And we will, when we announce it, we will have specific with age group and times for each age group. Melissa, Peter de casualidad no está ahí, no deja entrar.
Mm, done. I don't see him.
Yeah, again, we will do whatever is considered safe for the players and the coaches. Uh, Hopefully, things get better and we don't have to have at least players with the mask. And when they are far from each other, we let them, you know, practice without a mask. We will see and or have ask around what's better for the players and for us. Uh, we just wanted to about the developmental. We just wanted to start with something, and we just took the most precautions we could so we could be all safe. But then going into season, things might change, and we at least the players I think could be more free about that in that regard. The trials for the recurring groups or high school groups will be later than the younger ones, knowing that they are still playing and they cannot come to trials. We will announce them, and we always have like if there's some player or players that cannot make it because they make it all the way to state and they are before, we can run another one or have special trials for them. But yeah, we will give everybody an opportunity to be at trials. Yeah, about reimbursement last year, we I think the board, and that was the board with the financial, I think did a really good job of reimbursements. They did the best they could to reimburse the families. Of course, there's some costs that are there regardless of if we play the whole season or a couple of tournaments, but they did the best job they could, and I think the families were happy with the reimbursement they get. So we try to be fair with everybody.
Attendance at tournaments, that's really up to the tournament. Um, just as base, we know last year, whenever they were able to run AAUs, it was very limited. So we will have to wait to see what those tournaments and directors have to say about that later on as we get close to them and as we um, have the latest on that.
Melissa, the cutoff date for 13th, you have it there?
Hold on. 13 July 07 to June 08. That's if you are in there, you will be U13. How many kids per high school? That will be 3 per high school.
Yeah, that's an Indiana state rule.
Yeah.
If you're from Indiana, they can be only 3 kids for each high school. Another thing that we haven't mentioned, and then we're doing for the developmental reasons, especially for the younger age group, we're gonna have some type of guidelines or club rules, uh, and we're gonna talk about them in trials again. For example, until certain issue, we're not gonna play with the libero so everybody can pass. Certain issue, everybody has to set, everybody has to play middle because we believe that at that age group nobody knows which position they will play when they're already older and when they're gonna be recruitable. So we think developing all the skills for every girl is very important at those age groups.
Once we announce tryouts, we will have our registration link will include that chart, so everyone will be able to review it and select which age group your player will fall under, and you'll be able to also, after seeing that, see when your date and time is as well.
And again, we believe that each player should play their age group, not play up, because there's a different type of development at each age group, and every player should go through that development. Another thing we didn't mention, and returners will know, even if we have multiple teams in the same age group, they practice together. They run the same practice with the players from all the teams, and all the coaches are there. So we basically practice per 16 to 18, 14 and 15 will all practice together, and we will separate in the course depending on the issue, but all are running the same practice. So all are learning the same thing and having the same opportunities. They will go to the same tournament. So it doesn't matter which team of the issue you are in, they will have the same opportunities. So for 10 and 11s, we go 1.5 hours twice per week, and then from there on, we go 2 hours 3 times per week.
Yeah, there's a fee for tryouts. It's a one-time tryout fee. So let's say that we offer 3 tryout dates. You would only have to cover one day and still be able to uh, come to come to all. I'm sorry. And I guess we can go ahead and mention, you don't have to come to all 3 if that's what we will offer. Only by coming to one tryout date uh, will be more than enough for each coach to evaluate each player. And again, it's a one-time tryout fee, and you can come into all the tryout dates available for your age group.
Yes, yes. All the teams in the age group, they get the same chance, the same tournaments, and practice together and get the same training. Again, like I said, they will practice more than one team together, so there will be 4 or 5 coaches each practice. We believe having more coaches, more eyes, we can develop them better. And again, tournaments always have the same opportunities. And yes, that includes AAU nationals. That is a decision that the coaches from each age group will make. Uh, yeah, we will have, of course, in the older age group, we will have the ones team be, uh, the most talented, or if you want to call it that way. Sometimes we do like put like the best two outside hitters in the one team and then the third best outside in the second team to give her more playing time. We as college coaches, I know it's a cliche, we when we go to watch a player, we want to watch them play, and we don't care. We don't even know if it's an A or a B team, and we believe that having that girl playing against the best team will develop, like for example in practice that we run practice together, she will get better than being in the bench. Even in practice, of course everybody gets the same amount of opportunity, but playing against the best team, she will develop better. So we think that's some decision again the coach for each team will make, or for each issue, but we consider different things. Again, if there are not any other questions, you can always reach out to us by email, or in the Facebook. We will post tryouts soon, hopefully by the end of this week, and we're excited about the season. Again, we will have a good season. I think we came with a great plan with the other clubs in the Champions Series about how season should run, and how we will get these girls the better opportunity for developing and recruiting for recruitable ages, and the younger age group to get better for the school season, and get ready when they are recruitable. Uh, we're very excited, and I think we will have a great season.